Rockin' Royal, rockin' Navy, know y'all with me, let's get it, baby, Rockin' Royal, rockin' Navy, know you with me, let's get it, baby.
Welcome back to another edition of the KSL.com Rock and Royal podcast, all things BYU news for those who rock the wire the right way. I'm your host, Sean Walker, BYU beat reporter for KSL.com, bringing you the latest ins and outs from whether that's spring training football, whether that's basketball recruiting like we're going to get in today. Olympic sports have now officially started with the beginning of the exhibition season for BYU women's soccer. They'll be back in action this Saturday night against in-state foe Utah Tech in their final exhibition before facing another brutal non-conference slate, which is just normal, I think, at this point for Jennifer Rockwood's program. You also got BYU women's volleyball that's starting up in less than 3 weeks as the preseason favorites to win the Big 12 conference. So it's an exciting time around Provo, an exciting time in college sports, and an exciting time to be a BYU fan, I think, quite frankly, because BYU just picked up its first commitment of the men's basketball recruiting class of 2026, and it is a big one. 4-star wing Dean Rueckert out of Timpview High School announced his commitment to the BYU basketball program this Monday evening. He went on CBS Sports College Basketball YouTube channel and made his pledge officially with Adam Finkelstein over there. The 6'8" wing is a top 70 prospect in the country by 24/7 Sports, rated number 5 overall in the state of Utah, top 30 wing prospect in the class of 2026. He's the number 1 recruit, by the way, in the state of Utah from a public school, if you will. That is one of the non-EYBL teams that are at Wasatch Academy and Utah Prep there. So 6'8", 180 pounds, out of Timpview High School. He averaged 18.6 points per game as a junior for the Thunderbirds and has now committed to head coach Kevin Young and the Cougars over a final group that included Clemson, Stanford, Utah, and Washington, which he also visited earlier in the cycle. And this is a really big pickup for this BYU men's basketball program, because I know the numbers maybe don't jump off the page, but Dean Rueckert is arguably the best player in the state of Utah, or from the state of Utah, not necessarily that plays basketball in the state of Utah, but kind of the best true local player. He is a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. His parents were BYU grads. He grew up right down the road from the university. And this was a type of get that I think in order for Kevin Young to sort of establish BYU basketball as a program, yes, it's important that he goes and seeks out and even brings in top talent like the AJ DeBonces or the Xavier Statons of the world. I'm not arguing with any of that. But Dean Rueckert's recruitment, I think, is a little bit different because it's top talent that's LDS, that's from the area, that fits the culture not only of the basketball program apparently, but also of the university. It is a massive, massive get, I think, in terms of establishing a winning culture, or continuing, I should say, coming off of their Sweet 16 appearance, right? Continuing a winning culture with the men's basketball program for the flagship university of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So he was the Deseret News 5A Player of the Year last year. That was his second All-State honor at Timpview. I mentioned scored 18.6 points in addition to 4.9 rebounds, 1.2 assists, 1.3 steals per game. Very good on the defensive end as a junior. And he played for Utah prospects on the EYBL circuit. Really showed out recently back in Augusta, Georgia, I think it was, or Rock Hill, South Carolina. I can't remember. Weird prospects went to one of those two. He shot 36% from deep against top talent, including 47% on catch and shoot three-pointers. So he's a shooter. He's a three-way scorer as well. Very good motor on the defensive end. Really nice pickup. And if you've been paying attention this week, you've probably seen some interviews, heard some interviews, watched some interviews. I joined Ben Criddle and Ron Weaver from ESPN and the Fan Radio in Utah County earlier this week when we actually had Dean Rueckert on the program to talk a little bit about why he committed to BYU and what stood out to him about Brigham and head coach Kevin Young as he enters his second year as coach of the Cougars.
All right, let's welcome in that bucket getter, 6'8", 190. We got Dean Rueckert on the line. Dean, how the heck are you?
What's up? I'm doing good.
Yes, sir, Dean. Look, we've watched a lot of film of Dean Rueckert over the last 2 years. As soon as the offer came and the recruitment was picking up, we've been watching a ton of tape of Dean Rueckert over the last few years. So it's awesome to see you commit and stay home. What does it mean to commit to BYU and to be able to be that hometown hero?
I mean, it means a lot. I know the program really well. I know the fan base, and it's the best fan base in the world. So it's exciting to be a part of it.
No doubt about it. You've elevated your game over the years. It's not just you had great clay. I remember true freshman year, kind of coming up the ranks, and it looked good, like a great start to your high school career. But you keep on getting bigger. You keep on getting faster. You keep on implementing more tools to your game. How would you describe your development over the last 3 or 4 years as a basketball player?
I think over the last 3 or 4 years, I've really developed my shot to be able to be more consistent with it. And also over the past year, I've worked on my defense because a year ago I wasn't the greatest defender, but that's really been a focus of mine the past year.
Well, it shows on film. You were locking up, the best player, quotation mark, in the 2026 class. And so, what's changed defensively? What have you focused on? Who you've been working with in order to elevate not only your defensive game primarily, and then also that silky smooth stroke you've developed?
I think on defense, just like the biggest thing is just taking pride in and shutting down your guy and really just staying in front. And then for the shot, I really just kind of stopped thinking and just kind of let it fly, because I think that's the way I shoot best when I'm not thinking, just letting it fly.
Hey, man. Well, I think you shot extremely effectively, efficiently from the field, from the three-point line this last season. And we're expecting big things this year. So who did it come down between? Why did you choose BYU over those schools?
So my top 5 were BYU, Washington, Clemson, Utah, and Stanford. And then it came down to BYU and Washington. And I really loved both programs, but chose BYU in the end.
Yeah, so you went on you're local, right? You can go over to BYU on unofficial visits anytime you want, see the facilities, see the school. You're well familiar with what's going down in Cougar Town, right? But what stood out to you in the recruiting process, relationships, facilities, resources, development? What were kind of the main standout points for you and your family?
I think I've been really lucky to just get to know the new coaching staff really well and kind of just develop a relationship with them. And it's also huge that coaching staff is amazing at BYU. It's just a lot of professional connections and just NBA connections, and it's really hard to beat that.
No doubt about it. Who do you model your game after, Dean? Do you have a particular player collegiately, NBA-wise, professionally, that you try to mimic, you try to model your game after, or is there like a consortium, like kind of like a group of guys you like to mimic?
Growing up, Jimmer was always my favorite player, and
Nice.
I always wanted to shoot like Jimmer and just be a scorer like Jimmer. So I feel like I'd say that I'm a little taller than Jimmer, just kind of different position, but I'd say that just the shooting and getting to the rim.
Love that. He was pretty good off the bounce. You know what I mean? That little cross, that step back cross jumper was an iconic kind of shooting motion. Yours is a little bit different, right? You're 6'8", you're 180, 190, and you've become a catch and shoot guy. How are you off the bounce right now and creating your own shot?
I've gotten better. It's been something I've been working on. This past summer, just shooting off the bounce, being able to come off screens and let it fly and be able to shoot threes and get to the rim.
Love that. Love that. Dean Rueckert, 4-star wing out of Timpview High School, BYU commit for the 2026 class. Who have you gotten to know on the roster or through the recruiting process? Sometimes, 2000, I think you're in the 2026 class. There may be other recruits that have been coming in and you've been getting to know. Who have you gotten to know on the roster or the future rosters?
On the BYU roster right now, is it what you're saying?
Yeah, on the BYU roster right now, and then I don't know if you've interacted with any of the other recruits that BYU is trying to bring in.
Yeah, on the roster right now, I've gotten to know Brody Kozlowski pretty well just from he played on Prospects, the same AAU team. He was on the older team and just playing against him in high school and stuff. And also I've recently just gotten to know Xavion pretty good. On my official visit, we went and hung out with those guys, and so it was really good to just get to know a lot of those guys.
Dean, tell me a little bit more about that visit, that official visit. Kind of what did you do, and what? Yeah, I mean, you mentioned what stood out to you, but what kinds of things did you do with guys like Xavier to sort of get to know the team and not just the coaches, but the guys that you're going to be going to war with for the next 3 to 4 years?
Yeah, on the official visit, we went to an escape room the first night. So I went to just me and then a bunch of those guys, and that was a lot of fun.
Okay, who was the mastermind in that escape room?
I mean, I was doing a lot of the work. I can't lie.
Yeah,
but there were some other guys that were also pitching in. A lot of guys just didn't know what was going on, but it was a good time.
Hey, you know what? I think that speaks to Dean Rueckert on the basketball court, though. Like likes to figure defenses out, likes to kind of work around and sort of crafty with the ball. Does that describe your game as well a little bit?
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah,
I
for sure.
agree.
No, hey, there's data to support scientific, published, peer-reviewed journal, data pieces here. Science, we're talking here about strategic problem solvers. So, and their success in sport and in life. So that's a good quality to have, being a leader in problem solving. We got Dean Rueckert here on ESPN The Fan. Now, Dean, off the court, man, let's get to know you a little bit. Let's talk about your family. They were right there next to you in the recruiting process and at the commitment announcement. Tell us a little bit about mom, dad, brothers, sisters. What does the Rueckert home look like?
So I just have my mom and dad, Chris and Tiffany, and then I only have one sister. She's my only sibling, Brielle. She plays volleyball at Weber State.
That's a great group right there. It sounds like you got some athletic genes. Tell us where you get your athleticism from.
My mom didn't play any sports, but we like to say that I get my athleticism from her. She played the piano, but she didn't really do anything. But my dad played lacrosse at BYU, and he also played basketball at Ricks College.
And what year did he play at Ricks? Did he play in that final year, like 01, 2000, late 90s? When was he playing there?
I want to say late 90s. I'm not totally sure though. I'm not positive.
So you haven't seen the mixtape from Dad yet on the lacrosse, the lacrosse field and on the basketball court?
I haven't seen the mixtapes. I've only heard the stories, but I don't know if I believe them.
Now he just lifts weights. It looks like, man, your dad's swole, man. He looks like a Viking from like, I don't know, 500
like
AD
a good
or
Ricks
something.
College Viking, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Ricks College, right? There you go, man.
Yeah. I'm guessing he was. I'm guessing your dad was probably a long pole defender when he played lacrosse, but he looks like he's thick enough that he would have been really good on face-off at the X. Am I somewhere along there? Do you have any idea?
He was a face-off.
He was. So he did play the X. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's another really good mentality to have on the basketball courts. Just kind of go out there, get it, like fierce bulldog mentality.
Can he take you in one-on-one in the post and one-on-one from like the elbow? Obviously not from the wing. It's not going to happen. But what about one-on-one from the post, one-on-one from the elbow on the basketball court?
No way. He's not taking me.
He said it's over for you both ways.
Bro, I feel like Dad can back you down, bro. Come on.
I don't know. He likes to say that he can, but he used to be able to, but I've definitely I don't know. He's gotten a little soft over the years. He won't back me down as hard.
He cherry picks now. You know, he's got a cherry pick.
Well, Dean, off the court, where do you like to spend your time? What do you like to do?
I mean, I'm trying to work on my golf game right now. So I've been going golfing with my friends a little bit, but that's something. And then really just anything. I kind of like just chill, just do fun things with my friends, with people. But yeah.
Love that, man. What's on the mixtape right now? What music you been jamming out to when you're getting some work in at the gym, putting up shots? Is it silence? Is it just the ball bouncing and you and the swish of the hoop? Or are you jamming out to music?
It kind of depends on the day and where I'm shooting at. But if I'm playing music, I've been listening to like a lot of Green Day, a lot of like 2000s kind of rock like that. But also I've been listening to some Beach Boys recently, so that's what I've kind of been on.
Oh, he walks a lonely road.
But dude, an old soul I'm speaking to.
Yeah,
I'm speaking to an old soul.
My kind of guy. He likes the punk rock.
Dookie came out when I was in elementary school, man. I was jamming out to Green Day. I was going to Arizona State Fair jamming out to Green Day. And then the Beach Boys, that's arguably the greatest band, the greatest artist known to man. I mean, that along with the Beatles, of course.
That's my stuff right there. That's the best.
It's just the vocals. It's the vibe.
It's the vibe for sure.
Okay. Is that on your? Do you got some Green Day on your game day playlist too?
Oh yeah.
Walk us through kind of some of the highlights of your game day playlist.
Game day playlist. I mean, a lot of Green Day.
Okay.
I'll listen to some Weezer.
Okay.
Wow, I'm like shocked. Yeah.
I got a really good. Are you Spotify or Apple Music?
Wait, hold on. Let him continue. He just said Weezer.
Yeah.
I mean, this is my high school days. You know, Weezer. Okay, continue.
I'll listen to some like a little Nirvana, some like stuff like that. Let me think. Blink 182. That's kind of like what I've been into right now.
Gotcha.
I kind of go on like little streaks of different things, but I mean that's what I'm on right now.
Was this inspired by dad, by mom, by your own like exploring? Like where was it inspired to get into Green Day, Blink 182, Weezer? These are all bands from my late 90s, early 2000s childhood.
It's for sure inspired by dad. My dad loves that stuff. He definitely put me on.
Shout out to Dad.
Yeah,
We got your dad on the show.
Yeah,
I
we
want to talk to
definitely
your
need to get
dad,
Dad
Dean. What's your dad's name?
Deceased.
Chris, he would love to be on the show.
All right, we're gonna get him. We're gonna talk music with.
We got to call up Chris
Chris.
Rueckert just for like a music only.
We're gonna talk about like
music only
lifting
segment,
weights
yeah.
and music. is
Ask
what we're gonna
Pops,
talk
can he
about.
back him down? Still get Pops' take on it.
Yeah, maybe.
See what his
Lot of-
lacrosse
would love
game is
that.
like still.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that.
I gotta ask an important
shout out
question.
to Chris.
We
What's
got to
up?
know I know you hoop in the best known man attire with the Nikes on the court. What do you wear off the court? I'm interested to know what's the shoe game, Dean. You're a young buck. I know how you guys rock. I've seen the shoes.
I mean, I have a lot of shoes, but a lot of the time I just wear slides. Like I'll wear like Birkenstocks or like Yeezy slides. But when I'm going somewhere, I'll wear like some Jordan 4s or Jordan 3s or Jordan 1s. But when I'm just kind of like going to hang out with friends or something, that's more just like some slides.
What's the best basketball shoe ever made? What's the basketball shoe that you like to rock with when you're competing?
Kobe 6 for sure.
Good pick.
Really? Kobe 6.
Yeah.
Why?
It's just, I don't know. It's just a perfect shoe, really.
It's a perfect shoe.
It is a perfect shoe. Just good grip. It's comfortable. Fits to your foot. It's just a great shoe. I love it.
You have it like in every colorway.
I've got a few colorways, yeah.
Let me guess. Let's see if I can guess this.
Oh my goodness gracious! You're gonna guess his colorways?
I'm gonna try. I want to know if he's
Timview?
got the of course the Timview colors. That's a given. That's a layup. We got to go for the LeBron chase down block. The Grinches, reverse Grinches. Are you wearing those, Dean?
I've got the reverse Grinches.
See, I
I
knew
don't
it.
have the Grinches. I have the reverse Grinches.
I knew you had one of them. You had to have that. And I just mentioned it. I need to ask. Okay, who did you watch growing up? Model your game after. What NBA players do you like to watch when you were a kid?
I always loved to watch Kevin Durant. He was my favorite player when I was younger, and also Steph Curry. Those two guys were like the ones that I just loved. So I feel like I kind of modeled my game after KD a little bit, just that kind of the long guard mentality. But yeah, I could say that.
All right, dude. We've gone long enough into this interview. I've got to ask you some serious capital J journalism questions because there was a little bit of controversy on Monday surrounding your commitment and the ceremony. You announced it with 24/7 Sports and CBS Sports, their college basketball YouTube channel. All that. It was a great show. I love seeing the reaction from your parents. Your dad was like crazy hype when you put on that BYU hat. I don't know if you look back and you saw that, but he was like a hype machine there. But you mentioned on Monday that it was a special day for your big sister, the Weber State volleyball player. It was her birthday. So what have you done to make up for stealing a little bit of limelight on your sister's b-day? I'm assuming, did you get her a good present? Maybe take her out to dinner? Like, is that all kind of put to bed? Did you guys get over that, or is she still holding a little beef with you?
No, we got over it pretty quick. I felt bad for a little bit just because it was the only day I could really do it where everyone was here, and so we got over it. I got her a good present. I got her a nice hoodie, and I let her open it a little early before her birthday.
Okay,
so that was kind of how I made up for it.
That's right. Okay, so you're a good brother. You gave her time before your announcement, your commitment ceremony, and everything. Made sure that like her day was for her, and then you kind of did your thing, and then you went back to her day, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
She's very forgiving, so she didn't really wasn't really too upset about it.
Yeah, for sure.
I gotta ask, Nate, when you're playing, take me through the player perspective. The crossover break to ankles, Steph Curry, James Harden style 3-pointer, or the Giannis, LeBron James, baptism, you catch a body.
For sure, body.
How many bodies have you caught in your time playing? I need to know. Dunking on people.
I don't know. I haven't kept track so far, but maybe I should start keeping track.
No, don't keep track. That's how you know you're a hooper. You're not keeping track of that. You're focused on what's important.
All right, Dean. Well, we've taken up a lot of your time today. Couple last things from me. Any plans on serving a mission yet? Do you plan on enrolling? When do you plan on enrolling? And are we going to see you in Cougar Blue this next season?
Yes, you will. I'm gonna play next year. I'm not going on a mission right now, and I'm gonna enroll as soon as I can. So just after my high school season, just kind of see how it plays out.
What type of position do you think you can play at BYU immediately next year? Where do you see yourself fitting in? And I know the roster, it's always in flux, right? But where do you see yourself fitting in, and what have they pitched you on?
I'd be a wing. I'd be running the wing. That's kind of what I've been thinking of, and kind of what they've told me.
So 2-3, 3-2.
Yeah, I'd say 2-3.
Yeah, 2-3, right?
2-3.
I mean, you never know. I mean, with those genetics, Chris was able to put on a little bit of weight, man. You can be a stretch 4 at 6'8". Are you still growing, by the way? Are your growth plates still open? I asked Kevin Nixon. He didn't know. Are you still growing?
I don't know. I hope so. I'm not sure. I haven't checked my growth plates at all, but I think I'm for sure hopefully getting my dad's strength soon.
Okay.
My dad's like, I'll get big like him soon, maybe, but not that big.
Hey,
but
I can see it, man. If you get up to like 6'9", 6'10", all of a sudden, and that stroke is in effect, and you get up to 220, 230, stretch 4, baby, while maintaining that explosivity, that's prime, baby. That's on point.
You did famously go from 6'7" to 6'8" during the year last year. according to certain recruiting publications that shall remain nameless. We're not going to throw out any beef right now, but so I would say you're still growing, probably, Dean.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Let's go, Dean. Well, Dean, it's been a pleasure getting to know you, man. Let us know if you need anything from us. And it was awesome just kind of going through these questions with you today.
For sure. Thank you guys so much.
All right, man. We'll see you again soon. Dean Rueckert, ladies and gentlemen. Big fan of Dean. Love his game. Love his personality, guys.
Yeah, good kid. Explosive kid. He can shoot the lights out from a three, and he can attack off the wing. Said his favorite players, Kevin Durant and Steph Curry, who modeled his game after. He's going to fit perfectly on this team. AJ likes Kevin Durant. Rob Wright likes Kevin Durant, Steph Curry. I think you fit perfectly right in with the team. Local kid. First kid to commit for the 2026 class from Timpview. We'll see. Well, hopefully he gets a teammate, as well that's with him at BYU and Openshaw. We'll see. But I loved everything that I learned about the kid, man, and I'm a fan of getting this chance to see him up close and personal. Didn't get a chance to see. I saw the tape, which I was there to see him lock up, the number one guy in the 2026 class. But this is a kid that's going to make a big impact, can definitely be an all-time great when this time comes for BYU for sure.
All right, there you go. That was a great segment. And big Cougar roar to Dean Rueckert for joining us. It was brought to you by Big O Tires and American Fork. Looking for an honest, hardworking, cost-transparent mechanic who's also a big BYU fan. Hit up my guy, Ryan Eldridge. You want to start your business, guys. VIP products, VIP service, VIP discounts. It's not just tires. It's a full-service mechanic shop. He'll take care of you. This is Cougar Sports on 103.9, 98.3, ESPN The Fan.
Rockin' Navy, know you with me. Let's get it, baby. Rockin' Royal, Rockin' Navy, know you with me. Let's get it, baby.